Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're going to make an example that I find it very interesting. We're going to work with cells.find, which means we are searching for a word on our Excel and returning a value right next to it. So it's like we're doing a VLookup function on Excel. But this time I'm going to show you how to do this with macros, okay? So imagine this. Every day I have a spreadsheet and I need to search for the word profit. And when I find it, I need to get the value right next to it, okay? But the position of this value, it alternates. It could be right here, or it could be here. So it changes from day to day. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know it's somewhere on the column A. Or maybe it even could change column. It could go over here. So it could be someplace on the net, on my spreadsheet. I just need to get it and get the value right next to it. So and then after I get this, I want to go to my next sheet, which in my case here is plan 2, because my Excel is in Portuguese, and I want to say the actual profit. The actual profit, and I'm gonna write the profit right here on this cell on my plan 2. So this is a very typical work that we do on Excel. Imagine that I need to do reports every day and I need to find some information and paste it somewhere else. So that's what you're gonna do. I'm going to start with a recorded macro, okay? So I'm going to go to my developers tab and then I'm going to click on record a macro. I can leave it as default and press OK. And when I press OK, everything that I'm doing now in Excel, it's being recorded. So I like to start clicking on my cell A1 because that's the beginning of my spreadsheet and I want to start from there. Then I'm going to press Ctrl F. In my case, it's Ctrl L because it's Portuguese, but you're going to see this find and replace wizard. And then I'm going to say locate search for profit. That's what I want to search for, profits. I wrote it wrong, profits. And if you click on my options tab, you're going to see that I have a lot of options here. Search where? In my sheets, in this workbook, search for lines or columns, examine it in formulas, values, or comments, differentiate uppercase from lowercase, and match the entire cell's content. So I have a lot of options here, and since I'm recording this, you're going to see these options as default, okay? But we're going to change this later. So I'm going to press search, and it just did. It found it on cell A12. I can see it right here. You just found it on cell H12. Perfect. I want to close this now and I want to stop recording. So I'm done here. That's all I need. I'm going to open my Visual Basic. I can click here, Visual Basic, or use the shortcut Alt F11. And then I'm going to go to my modules folder, and I know that he recorded this macro here on my module. So that's the name of the macro. That's some comments. This single quote here means comments, and the line goes green when you finish doing this. I'm going to erase that. And what I have here is two base key lines of codes. The first one is the selecting range A1. So that's what I did. I select the cell A1. And the next one is cells.find. So I'm searching something in all the cells. Okay, what it is, I'm looking for the word profit. And then I have some here, I'm going to highlight this in blue. I have all the default options that I showed you. I have here, after active cell, look in formulas, look at Excel parts, not the whole content, search order by rows, not by columns, search directions, next, not previous, match case, false, not true. So I have some, match case means uppercase and lowercase matching. Search format false. So I got some options here which are all default because I didn't change any of those. So I can erase all that and I'm just gonna leave it my code like this. which is much simpler and easier to read. So I'm activating range A1 and I'm looking for this cell called profits. Okay, so here's the trick. When I found profits, I'm gonna make a variable to save the line, the row, and the column that this cell is at. So I'm gonna make a variable means equals to R, which means rows. You can say whatever you name you like. There are some rules for variables for, like, you can start with numbers, you can have spaces, you can have reserved words, you cannot have the same name of your macro, but R is fine. So I'm going to say R is equal to active cell, the cell that is active, dot row. So I'm going to get the row of this profit cell. And then I'm going to make a variable called C for columns. And I'm going to say active cell dot columns. So that means I'm going to get the column of that cell. If I have the row and if I have the column, I know where this cell is at. In this case here, it's going to be row 12 and row 12, column 1. So if I got this, if I know that I'm on row 12, column 1, I know where my value is at. My value is one column more. So I'm going to say my value is equal to cells on the same row, but the column, I'm going to add 1 to get the column. You see? Now I can make a message box for my user value so he can see what's the value that I found. But I want to write this value on my sheet 2. Remember, on plan 2, I have this here. The actual profit is going to go on B1. So that's what I want to do. I want to select my second sheet. I can write the name of my sheet between quotes, or I can just write the number, the position of my sheets. So I'm going to say sheets2.select, and then I'm going to go range B1. Range B1 is equal to value. It's going to receive value. I can also write, instead of saying range B1 is equal to value, I can do something else. I can say cells line 1, row 1, column 2 is equal to value. It's the same thing. Okay, it's just different ways to access a cell, or this way. So it's the same thing. Okay, now let's run this. Just to start on the right foot, I'm gonna say select sheets 1 before we start, just to make sure that we're starting on the right sheet. So let's run this. I'm gonna do a F8 step by step. I'm gonna select the first sheet, and I'm gonna select A1, and I'm gonna find profits. I just did. It's on cell A12. I'm gonna get the row, which is 12. I'm going to get the column, which is 1, and I'm going to get the value, which is 1,000. Now I'm going to send a message box with the value, 1,000. Perfect. Now I'm going to select sheet 2. I'm going to click on range B1, and I'm going to say get out at range B1. Is going to receive value, or range first row, second column is going to receive value. It's the same thing, and I'm going to run F8 one more time just to finish the macro. See how it's done? So you kind of just did the VLookup formula on Excel right here with macros. And every day you're gonna open up this Excel, and you're not gonna find profits on A12. It could be everywhere. It could be over here, and that's gonna work. It could be over there, and this is gonna work, because I'm gonna look for the word profits, and then I'm going to go one column more to get the value and return it to my spreadsheet 2 and get the value here. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe my channel on YouTube and my sites. If you have a doubt you want me to make a video of, please send me. I will be happy to help you with your work. So if you have something that you want to do, you don't know how, please send me. We'll be very happy to help you. Thank you very much. See you on the next video.